Chapter 11. I changed my mind. It had been 4 days and 3 nights since Joey left for his first deployment, and it had been the same amount of time since I got out of this bed. I cried until I had no tears left, and then I just slept. At least in my dreams, Joey was still here with me, lying next to me and smiling, telling me corny jokes and rubbing my back as I fell asleep in his arms. I had voicemails and missed calls galore. I had my phone set to Do Not Disturb mode, and it only rang if Joey called. My phone had been silent for days. Joey hadn't called once since he'd left. The last text I received from him was telling me that he was boarding his flight to Washington. After that, there had been zero communication. I heard knocking coming from my door, but I refused to get up. If it wasn't Joey, I didn't want to see them. The knocking stopped, and I fell back to sleep. I was startled out of slumber again, and it was more of a pounding this time. I tossed the covers over my head and wished whoever it was would just go away. The rapping got so loud that I could hear the picture frames on my wall rattling. I got up, ready to stab whoever was at my front door. Before I got there, I heard Hannah's voice calling my name.
Haley Nicole Howard Hunter.
What? I growled, opening the door just enough for her to see me, without giving her the impression I wanted visitors.
You gonna let me in?
I'm not up for company, I said, closing the door slowly in her face.
Haley, open this damn door this instant.
I opened it again only because I knew for a fact that she wouldn't go away until I heard what she had to say. That was what probably made her an exceptional lawyer.
What in the world is going on with you?
She asked, squeezing in through the crack and closing the door behind her.
I've been calling you for days. I texted you 20 minutes ago to let you know that I was on the way over.
I didn't see your text. I was sleeping.
Where the hell is your phone? Mom has also been calling you.
I don't know. Somewhere in here.
Are you high? What is that god-awful smell?
Probably me, I said, smirking maniacally.
How long has it been since you bathed? You reek.
Oh, I don't know, 3-4 days.
Days, Hales? That's grotesque. Look at your hair. Is this homeless look intentional, or has the water been shut off in your apartment?
I honestly couldn't tell you if there was running water or lights. I've been asleep.
You've been sleeping for 3 days?
She asked, sounding concerned. Yep.
Okay, that's it. You clearly need an intervention. I'm going to start the shower for you. Why don't you go bathe? Mom is making dinner at our house and asked me to come get you.
I don't want to shower, and I don't have the energy to go anywhere, I said, falling back onto the sofa.
Girl, you have to shower and get out of this place. Come on, let's go. You'll feel better after you're clean, and so will my nostrils.
Fine.
Good, and make sure you wash your hair, maybe a couple times.
Hannah spent 30 minutes just combing the knots out of my hair. My wet, brushed straight hair was past my waist in length. She brushed it and braided it into one long, giant braid down the middle of my back. I saw that she'd pulled a few outfits out of my closet while I was in the shower and hung them on the door.
Which outfit do you want to wear?
She asked, pointing at my choices. None. They don't fit anymore, I informed her and showcased my bloated midsection.
Okay, well, what does fit?
Mainly just Joey's shirts. I walked into my closet and came out seconds later in a pair of black yoga pants and one of Joey's gray t-shirts. The shirt was loose everywhere except around the middle. I was just happy it was long enough to cover my stomach. Hannah drove us there, and when we walked in, I could smell food cooking. I've been living off chips and frozen snacks for the last few days. It smelled so good, not just the food, but my mom's whole house. She was an excellent housekeeper. Everything was always clean growing up, and I could smell the homely fragrance of bleach wafting from the hallway bathroom. When I entered the kitchen, my mom hugged me tightly, and it instantly made me feel so much better. Energy transfer, maybe.
I hope you and my granddaughter are hungry,
she said, smiling and gently poking at my bump. We could eat. What are you making?
I have baked potatoes in the oven, corn on the cob boiling, and I'm going to grill some T-bones.
Loaded baked potatoes and corn on the cob sounded good. but when I thought about steak, my stomach dropped. I was starting to develop a meat aversion to steak. Oh, no steak for me. I think I'm going to go vegan until the kid arrives.
Sweetheart, the baby needs protein.
I ate a lot of meat yesterday. I lied.
Oh, okay then. That's all right, I guess. But let me know if you change your mind.
I smiled a little to myself, remembering that my whole life my mom complained that I liked my steak well done opposed to medium rare. I finished my loaded potato, 2 cobs of corn, and my stomach was still rumbling. I stabbed a half piece of charbroiled steak that was off to the side with my fork. It just looked so good with the gristle blackened and crispy. I knew deep down that she burned it, just for me. When I looked up, Hannah and my mom were staring at me. I cut a small triangle off and chewed, savoring the rich flavors of the fully cooked cow meat. "Where's Mocha?" I asked as I slowly chewed. Hannah and my mom just looked at each other without speaking.
Sweetheart, we had to put her down.
"When?" I whispered, dropping my fork to clang loudly onto my plate.
Last month. She was old. These things happen.
"Why didn't you tell me?" I shouted at Hannah as I stood up aggressively with the steak knife still in my left hand.
Hales, please sit down. I know you're hurt, but you had a lot going on these past couple months, and I just didn't want to upset you.
Why is this happening to me? Why do the ones I love get taken? Am I cursed? I asked as tears came raining down my face.
You're not cursed, your blessed sweetheart. Mocha was a great dog, but it was her time to go. She was in pain, and it would have been selfish to keep her here.
I did my best not to think about my childhood pet being gone. Instead, I remembered all the fun times we'd had. My mom, Hannah, and I sat together and shared our greatest memories with Mocha. My mom didn't have any board games, but Hannah pulled out some old playing cards that my mom saved from when we were kids. The 3 of us sat at the table and played a few hands of gin rummy. I had a few sips of Hannah's wine and immediately regretted it. The heartburn I felt minutes later was no joke. It felt like I had lava pushing up my throat, or that I could literally blow fire. I released a large, unladylike belch just to irritate my mom, and it worked. I got up because I felt like I needed to pee. I must not have moved fast enough because there was a small pool of pee in the chair, and when I stood up, it came dribbling down my leg. "Mom, I think I just peed on your dining room chair," I said, getting up to go to the bathroom.
That's fine, sweetheart. I'll clean it up.
She said, running to the kitchen to get the cleaning products.
Haley, this doesn't smell like pee-pee.
She yelled from the dining room. Of course it is. What else could it be?
Sweetheart, I think your water broke.
No, that's impossible. I'm not due for 2 more weeks.
It's not impossible,
Hannah added, accentuating the I am.
Why don't we take you to the hospital, just to be sure?
But I'm not having contractions. All the books say you have contractions before the baby comes, I argued back.
I know you're scared, sweetheart, but she may be coming sooner than we thought.
No, she can't. She has to wait until Joey gets home, I pleaded, trying to hold back the tears.
Hales, Joey could be gone for months. You can't just hold her in until he gets home, honey,
she said as if I were an angry 2-year-old.
She's right. That child is going to come out when she's ready,
Hannah argued.